Today's big question, tax-free savings account or registered retirement savings plan? Which is better? I'm gonna just call them TFSA and RRSP for short, and you're gonna hate this answer, but the answer is, it depends. But don't worry, I'm here to guide you based on your own unique situation. First up, let's get this straight. Tax-free savings accounts and RRSPs have similarities, but they differ fundamentally, especially in terms of taxation. They're both just types of accounts, and you can have either one of them, and either one can hold a variety of investments. So for example, you can hold mutual funds, guaranteed investment certificates, stocks, bonds, exchange-traded funds in either one of them. They both also have limits on how much you can contribute to them each year. The real difference between these two types of accounts lies in how they're taxed. Now, I won't get into all the different nuances around each account type here. That's for a different video. But in this video, I want to show you the basic difference and then comment on the best use of each account and maybe give you a little bit of an examples to give you a bit of context. Okay, tax-free savings account, TFSA. They offer no immediate tax benefit when you put money in, but everything you earn inside a tax-free savings account grows tax-free. So the whole benefit of them is at the end of their life as one of your accounts or whenever you make a withdrawal. And that benefit is there's no tax. It's an ideal option for short-term, medium-term, and even long-term financial goals. No matter when you earn the money, it all comes out tax-free. Now, RRSPs, on the other hand, give you an upfront tax break, big tax advantage. You put contributions into it and it reduces your income. I'm going to give you an example here. Let's say that you made $100,000 this year and you contribute $10,000 to your RRSP. From Canada Revenue standpoint, you only made $90,000 and therefore you only pay income tax on $90,000, effectively saving you money this year on taxes. The nasty part of this is that when your money grows inside your RSP, all of that growth plus the money you contributed will eventually become taxable income when you take it out. For example, when you retire, let's say your income from pensions, say government or private, total $40,000 a year. Now, when you take $10,000 out of your RSP, or this is in the future, the Canada Revenue Agency taxes you based on your total income of $50,000. That's the original $40,000 that you were making in pensions, plus the $10,000 you took out of the RRSP. So which one wins? Well, it boils down to taxes and your goals. RSPs are a perfect long-term retirement-focused savings plan, especially if you're currently in a high tax bracket. So, someone earning $150,000 this year would save approximately 44% of any amount that they contribute in taxes. So if they contributed $10,000, it would lower their tax bill by $4,400. If that person eventually receives only $40,000 in retirement income after they retire, they could pull that same $10,000 out of their RSP and only pay 20% or $2,000 in taxes. Also, RSPs become vastly more attractive depending on what you do with the tax savings. So when you get those tax savings, if you reinvest them back into the same RSP, you get more tax savings, and this can add up quickly. Alternatively, you could also invest that tax savings in a TFSA and build that as well. So in the description for this video, I'm going to put a link to an online calculator that can help you determine the difference. So using my example, I'll show you here on the screen, if I took somebody making $150,000 and they could, let's say, contribute $7,000 a year for the next 20 years. So let's say they're 45, they want to retire at 65, and they could either take this $7,000 a year and put into a tax-free savings account or an RSP. Would it be wise to use the TFSA? Well, unless they reinvest the tax savings in their RSP, yes, because this is flexible and won't affect any of their other income sources or taxation. But remember, you're going to get taxed on all the money coming out of that RSP, including the returns you earned over that time frame. So if you're using an RSP, it would make a lot of sense to reinvest those tax savings each year. So also, beware of the pitfalls of an early RRSP withdrawal. Withdrawing while you're in a high tax bracket can lead to a hefty bill. So if for some reason you need money between now and retirement, that could be troublesome if you only have an RSP. So it's best to wait until you're in retirement or in a lower income year, like in between jobs, before you take money out of an RSP. So RSPs are not suited for short-term financial goals. Tax-free savings accounts are much better for that. And tax-free savings accounts are vastly better for folks that have a high income in retirement. There's certain things I won't get into now, but you'll get an old age security monthly income from the government. That gets clawed back somewhat or all if you're earning a certain level of income. So one of the biggest problems with tax-free savings accounts I can see is that they're easy to access. So with no tax bite when withdrawing, and could be used for short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals, people tend to change their mind on these. So if they were investing in a tax-free savings account for a long-term time horizon, oftentimes when they need money or have money troubles, or they're just in a moment of weakness and they want to impress their friends and buy a BMW M3 and they want to do those types of things, they go to the TFSA. So sometimes the TFSAs never make it to their intended financial goal. And that's a shame, but it's a reality. So, can't decide? You might not have to. Many savvy investors and many of my clients opt for both. They have a tax-free savings account for those short, medium, or long-term goals, plus they have an RSP for their long-term goal, typically retirement. It's about balancing your immediate needs with your future planning. So ultimately, the best choice is determined by your own financial situation. Both plans are excellent, they just serve different purposes, and they can serve different purposes at different times in your life. So there is no one right answer, it depends. But knowing your financial landscape, your financial picture, what your future looks like, or projecting that out can really help you determine which one of these to choose. Okay, that's it. That's the difference between tax-free savings accounts and RSPs. Obviously, there's some more nuances there, which we can discuss one-on-one with you. But thank you very much for watching today.